Everybody doing tonight, and I want everybody right now to give a big round of applause to George Lopez for having me on the show. Fake Rolexes and DVDs and shit falling out of his pocket.
What do you know about Charlie Murphy other than that he is a stand-up comedian and the brother of the famous comedian Eddie Murphy? It seems like there are many mysteries about Charlie Murphy that even his longtime fans don't know. He's not just a comedian, he's the scariest comedian in Hollywood, and here's why you need to know. First, the reason why Charlie Murphy became the scariest comedian has to do with the incidents in his childhood. His mother, Lillian Murphy, worked as a telephone operator, while his father, Charles Edward Murphy, balanced careers as a transit police officer and a part-time entertainer. Charlie's father brought comedy and storytelling into the home, an influence that would eventually shape Charlie's own path, even if he arrived at comedy later in life compared to his younger brother, the famous Eddie Murphy. Life took a turbulent turn for Charlie in his teenage years, and he found himself involved in activities that eventually led him to incarceration. Murphy spent 10 months in jail as an adolescent, a transformative period that he later described as a defining experience. He faced the challenges of confinement, a setting that forced him to reflect on his decisions and consider the direction he wanted his life to take. Despite the hardship, this time provided him with a new perspective and a desire for change. While he may have felt confined physically, it was also a period during which he likely realized he had the strength to pivot his path if he chose to. Upon his release in 1978 at the age of 19, Charlie Murphy made a decisive move to steer his life in a new direction. On the very day of his release, he took a bold step by enlisting in the United States Navy. This decision marked the beginning of a disciplined, focused chapter in his life. In joining the Navy, Murphy sought stability, structure, and a sense of purpose that he had struggled to find previously. The military provided not only a fresh start, but also an environment that rewarded resilience and dedication. During his 6 years of service, Murphy trained and served as a boiler technician, a demanding and rigorous role that required both technical skill and physical stamina. As a boiler technician, Murphy worked on maintaining and repairing the naval vessels' heating systems, ensuring they were operational under often challenging conditions. This technical role necessitated careful attention to detail and the ability to work in high-pressure situations, skills that likely strengthened his sense of resilience and responsibility. The Navy provided Murphy with a unique education in discipline and focus, two qualities that later became crucial in his work as a performer and writer. Charlie Murphy's journey into the entertainment world began with an unexpected appearance in the 1970 film The Landlord, a socially charged comedy drama set against the backdrop of gentrification in Brooklyn. Filmed in the neighborhood where Murphy grew up, the production attracted the attention of local residents, including a young Murphy. In a brief scene, Murphy appears as a boy stealing hubcaps, a small but memorable cameo that captured his energy and set the stage for his future in show business. This role marked the beginning of a career path that would eventually take Murphy from the streets of Brooklyn to film sets, television screens, and comedy clubs across the country. After his first on-screen appearance, Murphy's interest in entertainment continued to grow, though he initially took a low-key route. Through the late 1980s and early 1990s, he appeared in minor roles in films, building his experience on camera and observing the inner workings of the industry. However, Murphy wasn't only focused on acting, he also became active behind the scenes in the world of hip-hop, working with the rap duo K9 Posse. This group was close to him personally, as it was composed of his half-brothers, Vernon Lynch Jr. and Wardell Mahone. For K9 Posse's self-titled debut album in 1988, Murphy played a key role. He served as the executive producer, a position that gave him a hand in shaping the project and a significant degree of creative influence. This role was more than just a credit. It showcased his business acumen and his ability to work within a team to bring a project to life. Murphy also contributed to the album as a songwriter, penning the tracks Somebody's Brother and Say Who Say What. His lyrical work demonstrated his growing versatility in entertainment, hinting at his natural ability to tell stories and convey emotion, a skill that would later shine in his comedic writing and performance. Murphy's involvement with K9 Posse wasn't limited to production and songwriting. He also made an appearance in the music video for the group's first single, This Beat Is Military. In the video, Murphy exuded the charisma and confidence that would later become his trademarks as a performer. This small screen time in the hip-hop world highlighted his willingness to dive into various facets of entertainment, setting him apart as a multifaceted figure capable of moving between acting, music production, and video performances. Although he was gradually building a presence in entertainment, Murphy's breakthrough in the industry came with his first significant film role in CB4, 1993. This satirical comedy, co-written by comedian Chris Rock, spoofed the rise of gangsta rap and the often exaggerated personas created by hip-hop artists. Murphy played the character Gusto, a notorious gangster who becomes the unwitting inspiration for the fictional rap group CB4. His role as Gusto was pivotal. He portrayed the character with a mix of menacing bravado and comedic timing, creating a memorable villain who became central to the film's humor and plot. Charlie Murphy became a household name and gained national fame through his unforgettable appearances on Chappelle's show, especially through the immensely popular Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories sketches. These skits were comedic retellings of his real-life experiences in the entertainment world, where Murphy shared outlandish yet true stories from his time mingling with celebrities as part of his younger brother Eddie Murphy's entourage. The True Hollywood Stories sketches quickly became iconic, with Murphy's blunt, matter-of-fact storytelling style and his keen eye for detail transforming simple anecdotes into uproarious, cinematic experiences. One of the most memorable sketches centered around Murphy's encounters with the legendary funk musician Rick James. The Rick James sketch, which aired during the show's second season, was based on a series of wild encounters Murphy had with James in the early 1980s. Through a combination of reenactments and Murphy's deadpan narration, viewers were introduced to a version of Rick James that was hilariously unpredictable, excessive, and over-the-top in his behavior. Played with wild energy by Dave Chappelle, Rick James was portrayed as a larger-than-life character, delivering memorable lines like, "I'm Rick James, be key," a catchphrase that quickly became a pop culture phenomenon. Murphy's stories of James's eccentric behavior, from slapping Murphy across the face to leaving muddy footprints on Eddie Murphy's couch, became the stuff of legend. What made these sketches so compelling was Murphy's ability to vividly recall the absurdity of these encounters while maintaining a straight face. His storytelling was honest, irreverent, and unfiltered, which made his tales both believable and outrageously funny. Murphy's knack for humor was evident in his tone and timing, as he delivered lines that were as sharp as they were revealing, showing viewers a side of celebrity life that was both glamorous and hilariously flawed. The Rick James sketch was so popular that it went viral in a pre-social media era, becoming an enduring part of comedy culture and solidifying Murphy's place in comedic history. Another unforgettable sketch from Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories involved the musician Prince. In this story, Murphy recounted a surreal night when he, his brother, and friends ended up at Prince's house for what they thought would be a night of music and fun. To their surprise, Prince, played again by Chappelle, challenged them to a basketball game. The ensuing story was both bizarre and hilarious, with Murphy narrating how Prince, dressed in his signature frilled attire, led his team to victory in a basketball match, only to serve pancakes to Murphy and his friends afterward. The Prince sketch, like the Rick James sketch, highlighted Murphy's ability to turn unexpected encounters into pure comedy gold, offering a glimpse of the eccentricities of fame in a way that few could match. The True Hollywood Stories sketches became a defining part of Chappelle's show and introduced audiences to Murphy's unique comedic voice. He brought a raw authenticity to his storytelling, grounding the outlandish moments in a way that made them feel simultaneously plausible and surreal. Murphy's deadpan delivery, paired with Chappelle's animated performances as these celebrities, created a perfect comedic contrast, blending Murphy's cool, grounded demeanor with the eccentric personalities of his famous counterparts. After Chappelle's show host and creator Dave Chappelle left the show abruptly during its third season, Murphy played a crucial role in helping to bring some closure to fans. Alongside fellow comedian Donald Rawlings, Murphy hosted the Lost episodes of Chappelle's show, which aired in 2006. These episodes were a collection of sketches that had been filmed prior to Chappelle's departure, offering viewers a final glimpse of the show's magic. Murphy and Rawlings introduced the sketches with humor and humility, openly acknowledging Chappelle's absence, but providing context and commentary that helped fans appreciate the final material. In 2005, Charlie Murphy took on a memorable role in the comedy King's Ransom, where he shared the screen with Anthony Anderson and Jay Moore. In the film, Murphy portrayed Herb, a quirky gay ex-con with a rough-around-the-edges personality. Herb's character, hired by Malcolm King, played by Anderson, is tasked with staging a fake kidnapping to help King avoid a costly divorce. Murphy brought a distinctive energy to Herb, blending comedy with a bold, over-the-top performance that showcased his ability to play unusual and colorful characters. His portrayal of Herb was both humorous and refreshing, and it allowed him to tap into a unique comedic persona that played against traditional tough guy stereotypes. Murphy's skill in blending humor with eccentricity made Herb one of the more memorable parts of King's Ransom, demonstrating his range and willingness to embrace challenging roles. In addition to his work on film, Murphy became well known for his voice acting, lending his distinct voice and comedic timing to several notable projects. Among these was his work in Budweiser radio commercials, where his voice became recognizable to a broad audience. Murphy's voice work was marked by his deep, resonant tone and a sharp sense of comedic delivery, qualities that made him a natural fit for commercial spots and animated projects alike. One of his most famous voice roles came on the Cartoon Network's Adult Swim series The Boondocks, where he voiced the character Ed Winkler III, a hot-headed, trigger-happy Iraq War veteran who often found himself in trouble. Ed Winkler III was a complex and often morally ambiguous character, blending military bravado with a reckless, entitled attitude that played on themes of privilege and violence. Murphy brings raw energy to the character, portraying him as both dangerously unhinged and somewhat endearing in his lack of awareness. His portrayal of Ed Winkler III added a darker comedic edge to the series, capturing the character's intensity and unpredictability in a way that became emblematic of the Boondocks' satirical style. Murphy's voice work in The Boondocks was widely praised, and Ed Winkler III remains one of the show's most beloved and infamous characters, demonstrating Murphy's skill in voice acting and his ability to bring life to animated roles. Murphy's voice acting career extended beyond television and into the world of video games. He provided the voice for the character Jizzy B in Rockstar Games' hugely popular Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, released in 2004. Jizzy B is a flamboyant, smooth-talking pimp with a reputation for manipulating situations to his advantage. Set in the fictional city of San Andreas, the game's gritty, crime-laden world was the perfect fit for Murphy's edgy humor and style. As Jizzy B, Murphy injected charisma and humor into the role, giving the character a memorable presence in the game. His portrayal of Jizzy B became one of the game's standout performances, earning him recognition among fans of the series. Murphy's work on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas further showcased his versatility, proving that he could bring humor, wit, and depth to characters even in a digital format. Murphy's voice acting credits continued with his role as the iconic character Spock in G4 TV's Star Trek 2.0 shorts. In these parody shorts, he voiced a humorous version of the famously stoic Vulcan from Star Trek, infusing the character with a new comedic twist. Although Spock is typically known for his calm, logical demeanor, Murphy's voice work gave him a fresh and funny edge, highlighting Murphy's ability to adapt his voice for roles that called for both humor and subtlety. In 2007, Murphy took on yet another voice role, this time in a family comedy, his younger brother Eddie Murphy's film Norbit. In Norbit, Murphy provided the voice for the family dog, a small but humorous role that added a quirky dynamic to the movie. Working on Norbit allowed Charlie Murphy to collaborate with Eddie once again, a continuation of their sibling connection in entertainment. This cameo-like role further demonstrated Murphy's comedic versatility and willingness to tackle a wide range of characters, from tough streetwise figures to more light-hearted, family-friendly roles. On March 20th, 2009, Charlie Murphy launched Charlie Murphy's Crash Comedy, his very own sketch comedy series, on the streaming platform Crackle. This series gave Murphy a platform to explore and experiment with his brand of humor outside the constraints of network television. Crash Comedy allowed him to share the raw, unfiltered comedy style he had developed over the years, appealing to fans of his work on Chappelle's Show, as well as new audiences. The sketches in Crash Comedy ranged from satirical takes on pop culture to exaggerated, comically dark interpretations of everyday life, all infused with Murphy's signature straight-faced, deadpan delivery. This series reinforced Murphy's versatility, giving him the creative freedom to write, perform, and bring his vision to life without compromise, and it resonated well with audiences who appreciated his no-holds-barred approach to comedy. Building on the success of Crash Comedy, Murphy further solidified his status as a comedic force with the release of his stand-up special Charlie Murphy, I Will Not Apologize, which premiered on Comedy Central in February 2010. This stand-up special marked a significant milestone in Murphy's career, highlighting his development as a stand-up comedian in his own right, separate from his sketch and television work. Over the years, Murphy had honed his skills in live performance, crafting material that often drew from his personal life experiences, observations about fame, family, and the absurdities of everyday life. I Will Not Apologize allowed Murphy to deliver his humor with a raw, unapologetic edge, winning him praise from fans and critics alike. In I Will Not Apologize, Murphy showcased his knack for storytelling, diving into anecdotes that combined humor with sharp social commentary. His comedic style was bold and candid, reflecting the ups and downs of his own life journey. Murphy's ability to bring personal experiences into his comedy added a layer of authenticity to his performance, making his jokes resonate on a deeper level with audiences. This special also solidified Murphy's reputation as a stand-up comedian who was both fearless and relatable, capable of connecting with viewers on topics ranging from family dynamics to societal issues. Throughout this period, Murphy continued to make special appearances on popular television shows, broadening his reach within mainstream media. He guest-starred on 1,000 Ways to Die, a show on Spike TV that dramatized unusual, real-life fatal incidents in a darkly comedic format. Murphy's distinctive voice and dry delivery fit seamlessly within the show's offbeat style, adding a humorous yet morbid edge to the narratives of bizarre deaths and accidents. Murphy also made a memorable appearance on the TBS sitcom Are We There Yet?, where he played the character Frank Kingston. The series, inspired by the 2005 movie of the same name, centered on the challenges of a blended family trying to navigate day-to-day life. As Frank Kingston, Murphy brought his trademark wit and edgy humor, providing comic relief while adding a distinctive flair to the sitcom's ensemble cast. His role allowed him to demonstrate his comedic timing in a family-friendly context, showing yet another side to his range as an actor. One of Murphy's most notable roles in the later years of his career came when he joined the cast of the Adult Swim live-action series Black Jesus in 2014. Created by Aaron Magruder, the creator of the Boondocks, Black Jesus followed the life of Jesus Christ as he lived in modern-day Compton, California, spreading a message of love and peace amidst the challenges of inner-city life. Murphy played the character Vic, the cynical and often irate landlord of Jesus and his friends. Vic was a hilarious contradiction. Despite being outwardly religious and pious, he was judgmental, quick-tempered, and skeptical of the people around him, especially Jesus. Let's stop talking about Charlie Murphy's career. His marriage and personal life aspects also contribute to making him a feared comedian. The loss of his wife, Tisha Taylor Murphy, in December 2009 was a tragic turning point in Charlie Murphy's life. After a 2-year battle with ovarian cancer, Tisha passed away peacefully, surrounded by family. The couple, who had married in 1997, shared a deep bond and were raising 2 children together. Tisha's passing left a profound impact on Charlie, who later opened up about the grief and regret he felt following her death. In a statement shared by the family's publicist, the Murphy family expressed gratitude for the support they had received from friends and fans, requesting privacy during this incredibly difficult time. Charlie's loss was not only profound because he lost a spouse, but it was especially painful given that he had experienced a similar loss in his own childhood. His father passed away when he was just 10 years old. Losing Tisha brought these old wounds back to the surface, and it also deeply affected their young son, Xavier, who was the same age Charlie had been when he lost his own father. This parallel between Charlie's experience and his son's allowed him to relate to Xavier in a unique and heartfelt way, helping his son navigate the confusing emotions of losing a parent at such a young age. In interviews, Charlie spoke candidly about the challenges of grieving Tisha. Reflecting on their 17-year relationship, he admitted to having regrets about things he wished he had said or done differently. In an interview with journalist Tim Tiemann, he revealed, "I didn't say I'm sorry. Anybody you have a relationship with for 17 years, there are things you say you don't mean." This admission was both raw and relatable, showing the pain of unresolved conflicts and the weight of words left unsaid. The complexities of their relationship, with both moments of love and disagreement, only deepened the grief Charlie felt. As he processed his loss, he grappled with the reality that there were no longer opportunities to make amends or share those unspoken thoughts with Tisha. In an interview with Vibe in 2010, Murphy shared how he was coping with the loss, stating, "I'm not okay. You're never really okay. You just learn to live with it. That's something monumental, losing somebody that close in your life." This sentiment highlighted the long-lasting effect of grief and the challenges of moving forward after losing a spouse. For Charlie, it wasn't a matter of getting over his loss. Instead, he had to adapt to a new reality without Tisha, carrying both the pain and the memories with him as he continued to raise their children and pursue his career. In 2017, Charlie Murphy was in the middle of a nationwide stand-up comedy tour with some of comedy's biggest names, including Cedric the Entertainer, Eddie Griffin, D.L. Hewley, and George Lopez. This lineup of powerhouse comedians represented a collection of Murphy's longtime peers and collaborators, and being part of this tour was a testament to his established place in the comedy world. Known for his unfiltered style and hilarious stories, Murphy's inclusion in this tour allowed him to share the stage with some of the most respected comedians of his era. Night after night, he brought laughter to audiences, seemingly as lively and sharp as ever. Tragically, Murphy passed away on April 12, 2017, during this tour, a moment that sent shockwaves through the comedy world. Fans and colleagues alike were stunned, as many did not even know Murphy was battling leukemia. He had kept his illness a closely guarded secret, carrying on his performances with his characteristic dedication and resilience. When the news broke, An outpouring of heartfelt tributes poured in from friends, family, fans, and the entertainment community, highlighting the lasting impression Murphy had made on everyone around him. One of the most touching tributes came from Donald Rawlings, Murphy's friend and co-star on Chappelle's show. Rawlings posted a photo of himself with Murphy, recalling the joy of their time together. In his message, he wrote, "You'll be missed but never forgotten. Charlie was a lion. It's time for darkness to see the light." This reference to darkness, the affectionate nickname given to Murphy by Dave Chappelle on Chappelle's show, was a bittersweet reminder of the laughs and memories he'd shared with fans and colleagues. Murphy's strength and tenacity had earned him the respect and admiration of everyone who knew him, and Rawlings' tribute captured the essence of Murphy's spirit. Although Charlie Murphy never reached the same level of fame as his younger brother, Eddie Murphy, he had built a respected career in his own right. Their relationship, both as siblings and collaborators, was a defining part of Murphy's life. The two brothers shared a unique bond, one built on humor and mutual support, and Charlie often recounted stories of growing up with Eddie. Throughout the years, Charlie appeared in some of Eddie's films, such as Vampire in Brooklyn and Norbit. These collaborations were not just professional, but deeply personal, reflecting the close relationship they maintained despite the pressures of the entertainment industry. Eddie was the one to announce Charlie's passing on behalf of their family, expressing their shock and sadness. Despite Charlie's ongoing treatment for leukemia, the family believed he was responding well and even anticipated a full recovery. His passing was a devastating blow, leaving his loved ones and fans grappling with the sudden loss. Murphy's decision to keep his illness private showed his commitment to his craft and his desire not to let his personal struggles define him. Even his colleagues on the drama series Power, where he had a recurring role, were reportedly unaware of his illness. Murphy had joined Power as a supporting character, showcasing his versatility in a dramatic setting. In the series, he portrayed Marshall Williams, a character very different from the comedic roles he was known for. His nuanced performance in Power was another demonstration of his depth as an actor, highlighting that he could bring intensity and gravitas to serious roles. After his passing, Starz, the network behind Power, expressed their condolences, stating, "His talent shines in every scene." This acknowledgement was a testament to Murphy's ability to bring authenticity and passion to his work, regardless of genre. What do you think about Charlie Murphy? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.